And we're live! Welcome once again to Quest and Quill, Facing the Frontier. This week's episode, Starry Night. Where we last left off, the party, after following Saul's commands for a bit, set up an ambush for some of the red-cloaked men. Unfortunately, the red-cloaked men were surrounded by a bunch of bluecoats, and the party decided it would be best to play it safe and not engage with them. Saul did, however, set up a little trap, and that went off doing its thing. They decided to return back to town and change their strategy up, moving from the nice part of town to the mud docks. And in the West End, they decided to go and pick up any of their last remaining things where they received. No, wait, it wasn't in the West End. You guys have to go to the center for the package. Yeah, no, but you have to go for the package as well. And you went to the Mud Bank, which is the tavern in the Mud Docks. And there you met a shady character who gave you your payment.
Donnie.
Donnie. Donnie the Halfling. And he gave you your payment from Mr. Ouijan. This means you have a couple
knives.
Yeah, a couple knives and a hidden secret package. From there, you proceeded to go sleuthing into the night, unaware of the curfew that was in place over the city. You had to bribe your way past some bluecoats, then sneak past a couple others to make your way within the construction site, where you did a little bit of snooping, and then a little bit of waiting to see what would happen next. And as you waited, and Aslan flew back from his sniffing out the bluecoats' little storage area, he saw a figure floating in the air, illuminated only by the light of the stars and the moon. And there he floated, seemed to look straight through all of you. And that's where we left off. If I'm not mistaken, you guys were just after midnight, so maybe 3 a.m. You still have a couple of hours of night left. And Aslan still has about 5 minutes of fly left. So,
I guess he'll...
How would everyone like to proceed?
John will just point with his mouth open and do nothing.
Aslan, you trying to say
how far
something?
away is the flying figure?
So I think we determined he's about 200 meters away.
Ah.
Pretty far. You can see just this billowing, cloaked figure.
So like 600 feet.
Aslan will ask, should I talk to him?
You take me up with you.
He picks up Saul from below his arms, and then he starts flying up.
As they're leaving, John...
Saul's just T-posing.
As they're flying out, John says, be careful. Looks like one of those things from the mountain that tried to eat your brain, Aslan.
I'll be careful.
Good luck, friend.
So, how close would you like to approach? Going on this approximately 600 feet, since we have to do it by feet.
Probably like talking distance, maybe like 30 feet or so.
Okay. As you approach, when you get about still about 100 feet away, as you're approaching this thing, you hear a voice within your mind. As it goes, what are you looking for?
Give me closer, Aslan.
He flies closer.
Only Aslan hears the voice, right?
Actually, both of you hear it, to be fair.
Okay.
But it's not, like I said, it's directly in your mind. There is no sound. All around you, the only thing you can hear is the sound of squawking gulls and swamp birds.
Azo starts flying closer to the thing, and while he's flying, he'll say, "Hello, who is it?"
As you ask who it is, you get within 60 feet of the creature. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is that both of us?
Just Aslan.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we lost. Oh yeah, he's
No,
can't
sorry,
use
I
camera.
have to.
Yeah,
That was
no.
a thing to roll.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
So you asked. Oh, sorry. What did you ask Ian? Just so I can make it.
Who is it?
Who is it? You just hear. We are the darkness. And as he says this, you feel almost like a slivering tentacle across your consciousness, as almost your vision seems to go black in a single line, and then another line, and then your arms tense up, and your body tenses up, and you suddenly don't feel in complete control of your body. And as this happens, the creature says to you, "Now drop." Only Aslan. I'm reading this again here. I just want to double check. Does he get a wisdom saving throw to see if he has to follow the command?
I don't think so.
No, that's it, right? He gets one
He
wisdom
already
saving
hit
throw.
one, so that's it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to follow the command and drop.
Then he'll drop.
I'm gonna grab onto him.
Saul, I think you can make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab on in time.
Grab on a what?
Oh, come on, buddy. God, that's a nat 1, man.
Bro, you don't even know what's going on. You don't hear it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Aslan's let go of you. And you just look up. And as you like scramble to reach, he's gone. You've fallen
Okay. So
10 feet.
We're just out in the
15 feet.
open, right?
20 feet. You guys are at least,
Wait, 20 feet?
150
That's
feet up. This
nothing.
is,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
150
that's
feet.
just so far.
you guys are pretty high up.
They'll be
Okay.
fine.
Wait,
He has slow fall.
I was going on at least 100 meters, which is what, 200 and something feet?
No, that'd be like 300 feet almost.
Yeah, this
Almost
could still go
every-
really bad for me, y'all.
That could still kill them both.
That could still kill me.
Like,
Oh shit.
yeah,
No, wait, is it really 300 feet?
So
it can't
No,
be.
no,
Okay,
no,
so-
no,
so-
if he was 300
Wait.
feet in the air, like, I feel like you should probably tell that ahead of time.
No, it's.
Okay, wait.
I mean, I
can't
knew
be
it.
that high.
I knew it
It's
going into
my
it.
issue with the metric system.
But, like, I think it's
Okay,
better to
wait.
use feet
How many meters
just
was it?
because, like, everything in the game is based off of feet. You know, all the spell ranges, the attack ranges, the weapon ranges.
Yeah.
Like, it's based off of feet. Like, so I think that's what we need to be thinking and using.
I think let's just go 200 feet.
Okay.
That seems reasonable to me. You know, you guys are higher in the air, above the city, higher than most people can target whatever. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just
100 meters
levitating.
So let's
is
roll it.
really high, by the way.
It's really high. Yeah.
It's 20
Yeah,
D,
that's
it's 20
300
D6.
It's 330 feet, about give or take two.
I do want to say, while I'm falling,
Mhm.
I think he's wise enough, at least, to know Aslan wouldn't do this willingly.
You wouldn't curse him out on the way down.
So I think what I'm going to try to do as I'm going down is I'm going to try to shoot the creature to make, just in case this is a concentration-based thing.
Okay.
And if I can hit him, and if I can do enough damage, maybe it can break the concentration on whatever this is, and maybe Aslan will be able to get me. If not,
What?
I'm just gonna have to
Wait.
eat a bunch of damage.
Yo, wait, hold up. I mean, would that use your action or your reaction, right? Because you need your reaction for slow fall, just so you know.
I mean, this is an action, so I mean, it's
Okay.
shooting, so that
Yeah, that just takes.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
we're in initiative, right? You
Yeah.
guys looking across at this distance see Aslan just drop Saul. Also thinking about it, so it would be 100 feet would be like the minimum it would fly. Maybe 150. I keep talking myself down here because I'm putting this at max fall damage, which feels ridiculous to me. But also the creature wants to be out of range of, like, you know, most things.
firearms.
So I don't know what a reason. Yeah, firearms, which is why it's flying so high. So I keep talking myself down lower and lower, and I think I'm gonna settle at 150 feet because that's 15d6, and that's still ridiculous, man.
He's a monk.
Yeah, it
He'll
means I'm
be
gonna be rolling
fine.
D6.
He'll be fine.
What about
this time?
Aslan in a
Whatever
second?
damage he takes? It's minus 30. He'll be okay. Just roll it, please. Let's resolve this. Come on.
So we're in initiative now. You can take your shot.
Okay. So, how far away is he from me? You said 150 feet.
Oh no, you're falling now, and I think you can only fall 30 feet around.
So he's
So you're
fairly
about-
close to me then.
Yeah, you probably haven't even fallen half the distance. So
Okay.
he's 60 feet away, and you're 10, 15, 20 feet down, something like that.
I'm unslinging my rifle, and as I'm falling backwards, I aim it up towards him and fire. And let me just make sure. Yeah, reaction's not the same as a bonus action, so I'm going to make this a Kensei shot.
Okay.
11's not going to hit, but I'll take my second shot. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
But Kensei shots, like, all your attacks are boosted, right?
No, I missed on the first one. So that's a total of 9 damage, which is not great. I did not roll too well.
Still, it's 9 damage, which
Yep.
means they do indeed have to make a concentration check.
Yay. Go low, go low. Be a good
Come
dice.
on.
That's 17.
Aw.
That's all right.
With that, Aslan, what was your initiative? Also,
It was-
you flipped your camera again.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It was 9.
9.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
John is the only one who hasn't
so-
rolled for initiative yet. Otherwise, I would I've put the rest in the group chat. It's Lula, Saul, DM, Frank, Aslan.
So I'm gonna say that those two actions happen simultaneously. Aslan, it's your turn. I don't know if you get a wisdom saving throw initially at the end of this turn, or if you get it at the end of the creature's next turn. Let me double check.
I get to the end of your turn.
Yeah, it's at the end of the creature's next turn. Target takes damage. It makes a new wisdom saving throw. If the saving throw succeeds. Oh, no, seems not. It's only if the target takes damage.
Oh. Well, maybe I should have shot at Aslan instead.
Jesus.
Okay.
Rolling as low as I did, he would have taken like 4 damage.
He's not raged.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, well. I don't think Saul would have shot one of his friends anyway.
Aslan, you're in the air. And as you try and clench your body free, you feel this domination take control of your mind, then your spine, and then crawl down your arms, down your bones. And the creature looks at you, and you notice tentacles wobbling from its face as it says, "Come." And you feel your body lurch and float closer to it. All this time, Saul is falling. And then
Can I
says,
talk?
Sure, try.
What does he say?
It doesn't. It just says "come," and then you start like floating towards it.
He'll say, "Wait, Mr. Darkness. No." And you can sense the fright, the fear in his voice. He says, no, please, Mr. Darkness. I thought you called me friend.
You just hear faint, echoing laughter. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Not even a meal in this one. Not drop. As you feel your body unclench, and it starts falling, and you're now in free fall. However, as you are now in free fall, you are going to go out of the range.
No,
the spell.
the range is. I mean, if it's dominate person, it's same plane of existence. Once it's charmed,
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
you have a telepathic link.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. Well, it's gonna drop it anyway. It's just gonna sort of like laugh and then let go of you. The rest of you notice this creature slowly float down and then disappear, seemingly above the river, or at least in that general direction. And you see your friends falling. Aslan.
John gasps at the sight of this, and he begins scrambling his way off the roof of the barn. He's like, "We have to help them."
You don't need to tell me twice.
Lula, hold this and throw it underneath one of them. And Frank will give Lula a little contraption that has a string on it.
What does it look like?
What? All right, I need both of them already.
Nick, we've talked about it before. It's the fuck. What is it? How do I describe it again?
I know, but please describe it to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I know we've
think.
spoken about this one.
It's been a while, so I'm trying to think of what we.
If I remember the description, it seems to be a small leather pouch that has like a twine string attached to it. And
Yeah,
you can explain the effects as it.
Yeah, I will
Maybe that's what it does.
as it happens. So Frank will give that to Lula, knowing that Lula's faster.
Okay.
Let's see how fast you guys can dash. They are at least 2 rounds of running away and have about 3 rounds of falling.
Oh god.
All right,
And that's if you can make it over the fence, because you still have to get out of the fence and then down the street.
Shit.
You know,
what is this fence made out of? How sturdy is this fence?
It's a wooden fence. It's a little like palisade fence.
yeah, I mean, we're just gonna try and run as fast as we can. I mean, I seriously doubt we're gonna reach them before they hit the ground, because they're farther away from us than they are from the ground.
How far could Lula throw my little contraption?
I don't think far enough. They're at least what did we decide, about 600 feet away? There's like 10
Jesus.
rounds of double dashing. You guys
That's
know.
like a full minute.
Hey.
Nah, you're not gonna. That's
Yeah, I mean,
a full minute of
we're
riding.
gonna try and make it over there quickly, but we still need to stealth to try and avoid blue coat patrols.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Saul, you have about one turn as this creature's floating away.
I want to take
Yeah,
another
about
shot at it,
6.
man.
You're like getting on the edge of rifle range.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna take 2 more shots at it again with the Kinsei shot. It's a 16 hit.
I believe it does.
Hey.
Ooh. Maximum damage and minimal damage.
Okay, I'll take
Oof.
it. That's 14 damage on the first shot.
Not bad though.
Hey, another
And
16.
then another hit.
Let's go.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
snake eyes. That's
Ah, snake eyes. That's
Wow.
it's another one.
So-
That's 3 ones.
That's still 2 concentration rolls that he has to do.
Yeah.
Wait, you rolled another? Oh my god, you rolled 3 ones at once. That's
Yeah, that's amazing.
It already dropped
You should-
concentration.
You should be a halfling.
Oh, good.
It dropped concentration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just doing straight damage.
That
now.
doesn't disengage its hold on.
So what was the total on that? Like 17? 3 ones?
Wait, it's
Uh,
14
plus-
plus
Because that added
6.
to, that
that's
was
21.
20.
Plus 6? 21. Okay.
21.
Still 21's not bad, man.
Yeah.
It's a decent hit. That's a decent hit. You put 2 hits through this thing, and it noticeably increases its pace, flying, almost fleeing. But you lose sight of it as you tumble in your fall.
Okay.
You're 30 feet down, 30 feet down. You got 40 feet to go until you hit a roof.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready to initiate my slow fall, and would it be possible to like just prep like an acrobatics check to half that damage that I do take?
Tell me what you want to do.
He's gonna kind of tuck and roll and get a good vantage point of where he's going to land, and just kind of tumble like in Zelda or something.
there's some you look around, there's some thatch roofed houses, there's some puddles that you're not sure how deep they are. Like, are you gonna aim for something specific?
Aim for the pool.
I mean, I didn't know
Aim for
he
the
had
bushes.
control over it.
I see a single shot of whiskey. I will dive into it.
I didn't I didn't realize he had a control over his where he was going to land.
You still got enough space to try and make some sort of control over it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
are a
guess-
monk, so
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on to
true.
your hat.
Yeah, and you're using your feather fall. There's a lot of factors here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he'll just try to find something that looks probably not a roof, because that seems like a bad idea. Well, I don't know. A sturdy roof might not be a bad idea. He doesn't want to fall through someone's roof. That seems bad.
I mean, there would be less feet you'd be falling.
Yeah.
make a choice. You going for water or what?
I don't think I want to go for water, because at this height it wouldn't matter, and the last thing I need is to get paralyzed in a fucking pool of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
drown in 6 inches
Also,
of mud.
and just
yeah,
drown
exactly.
in
I
the
highly
water.
doubt there's anything deep enough.
That seems too
Okay.
sad for our stream. So
So what are you
no,
doing?
You're good. Aslan's flying. He'll save you.
yeah, I'm gonna land in the like just on top of like a roof and just try to. He's just gonna try to tuck and roll and to prevent the momentum from going straight down.
Yes, sir. You got about a turn.
You're kind of
Aslan.
bouncing off the roof in a way, like you're just rolling off the roof and then falling on the floor anyway.
Sure.
Just using the roof to stop your momentum as much as you can.
Aslan, you've now fallen 30 feet. You're about let me calculate. 30 feet away from Saul, 70 feet away from the tops of the roofs.
Can I catch him?
Well, it depends. What do you want to do? You feel this domination break over your mind, and you feel your vision return to you again, and you feel your arms finally under your control. You have 2 turns of falling.
He'll shake his head, and as he looks down and sees Saul falling, he's going to try to fly towards him.
Okay.
I'm not sure what my fly speed is, actually.
60 feet, isn't it?
60 feet, yeah.
I'm sure gravity is helping you move faster downwards.
Yeah, then he's just going to fucking fly down Superman style.
Okay. Please make your swoop.
My what?
Forward.
Maybe
I
athletics
think,
or acrobatics or something.
Yeah, give me
Ah,
athletics or
okay.
acrobatics to snatch him out the air. Poor man has to disable his camera, and now the stream's gonna look funny.
13?
Times
13.
Yes.
Oh, I was saying that was pretty hard. I put it at a
Oh.
15. You try and swoop for him, but he falls.
Can I use my
Another
inspiration?
one bites the dust.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to, you're always welcome to use your inspiration.
I will.
Now we have 2 screens that are not your cameras on.
It'll be all
Nick,
right.
you jinxed
It
me.
will be okay.
You jinxed me.
With
Oh,
my
Nick
inspiration,
jinxed it?
I rolled a 22.
Hey.
This is not my fault at all.
Hell yeah, 22, baby.
This is great.
Hey,
Let's go.
Nice. Okay. With that, you first swoop, you miss and slightly go down, but then using the last bit of inspiration, you just catch him, and your claws rake through the back of Saul's jacket, and you tuck him out of the air. You guys save yourself, swooping just off the rooftops. You take a little bit of a dodge as you nearly hit someone's little tower where they have their pigeons, and you're flying again, and you're slightly going towards the ground. You just
So
swoop
try
up,
to,
you do something.
He's gonna try to fly up, but in case he can't, he's gonna throw his 2 feet forward and try to land on his feet and
So
slide on his feet as he carries. So
you try and fly up, and as you splay your 2 feet forward, you know when a Looney Tunes character runs off the edge of a cliff and then stands there for a second and like looks around
Looks around
and then falls. You stand there for a second, and your feet are up, and you're about 10 feet off the ground. You're floating. You're stabilized.
oh, thank goodness.
Is
How
there
far
an,
did we
Are you
make it in this whole ordeal?
You guys have made it 2 of those 10 dashes away, and you guys are running like, oh wait, but still you have to get over the fence. So how do you guys get out? Because I assume you just sprint to the fence first of all, but then what's everybody doing once there?
well,
How
I
high
mean,
is this fence?
yeah, if the
Yeah,
coast
the-
looks clear, we would just
plank
try and
fence.
climb it.
Well, let's see if the coast is clear.
Scheiße.
It's a 4. The blue coats are gambling.
We
You guys
noticed
make
this.
it to the fence.
And John looks at Lula and he says, Lula, can you boost us up?
Sure thing. Hop on.
Right. He would go and step into her hands and hop up onto the fence, and he would like sit on the top of it and look down and offer his hand towards Frank to help him up over the top.
Frank will
Nice.
gladly accept.
Yeah, and then
And-
he'll try and help him drop him back down on the other side. So he's not
Yay.
too far
Okay,
down.
okay,
and then,
okay.
then we'll keep going until that. From Saul's shooting, is there like an alarm going off or something in the town, or what's the deal?
From where you guys are, give me a perception check. Sitting on the fence, looking around.
Okay. $15.
What you do notice is that where you notice that there was troops, like patrols of blue coats, moving around the circle of the construction site. The patrols seem to not be exactly where they should be.
Okay,
They're
so,
out of position.
so some patrols are missing or something?
Yeah, so it seems that maybe the shots have alerted people to that general direction.
Gotcha.
That's the impression that you get.
Okay. And we definitely heard it too, right? Like, we saw everything happen.
Oh yeah, you guys witnessed all of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Okay, well, then you guys will just run and like.
I guess we would like hop down the fence and like cross the street and go into an alley, and then John stops a moment and he says, "Wait." Then he presses himself against the wall and puts a hand to his head. And
What are you doing?
he casts sending and targets Aslan. And he asks him, Aslan, what happened? Are you okay? Where are you?
Quick question: is sending concentration?
Let me see.
It doesn't look
No,
like it.
it
No.
is. It is
So it wouldn't
not.
break your concentration.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't think it was.
Then Aslan does not randomly lose his flying just as he catches Saul, because that would be hilarious.
Instead of that, yeah.
Aslan, you hear John's call into your brain.
He'll say telepathically, we're safe. And he'll look around to see any like to
Landmarks.
get a bearing of his surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
What's his location? Like, where did he land?
It seems you guys are among the streets of the Mud Docks, and where you've landed seems to be one of the more open, like it's not necessarily a main street, but it's like sort of like a plaza. You know, there's a bunch of streets coming off of this little bit of an opening area.
He'll say, we're safe. We are in some open square. Where do I find you? How to?
So
Oh.
so the message, so the connection cuts out, and then John like flinches at this, and he's like, "Crap! I lost some.
Are they okay?
Maybe I
John?
can try again. I've never tried this more than twice." And then he's gonna try and focus and try cast sending one more time, and he's gonna inadvertently use the feature from his glasses, from his new glasses, to get one more spell slot. And he's gonna cast sending again. And he's gonna say,
Is there a visual cue for your glasses being used?
I think a good way to describe it is where the power cuts off and the spell would usually end. John is like so intent on getting focused to whatever that the glasses light up, and you see his eyes glow even weird.
well,
But that's just my suggestion. You can do whatever
yeah,
you want.
no, I would say that like the green light from his eyes would like flicker and kind of like weaken once he's low on power. And as he's
Running out
trying
of
to,
batteries.
yeah, exactly. As he's trying to get it up again, the weak light that are in his eyes, they begin to like bounce off the inside of his glasses, and so like his eyes just begin to light up, and it seems to re-empower him as like a refractor, type of thing. So
That's even spookier than mine. I love it.
yeah. So he goes and does that, and he says to Aslan, Aslan, you have a bunch of patrols heading your way. Meet us at the mud bank. Don't get spotted. And then
John.
everyone around him hears this. And then we're going to try and slink our way back to the mud bank.
John, are they okay?
Yeah, Aslan isn't hurt. Not so sure about Saul. I forgot to ask.
Okay. So we're meeting him there?
You better be okay.
At the mud bank, yes.
All right, let's hurry.
Where are we going, Aslan?
Is Aslan still carrying Saul like a damsel? Like on his arm?
Like a damsel. Like a princess. Oh, the damsel in distress. Guys, I think we have a new name for the episode.
Aslan would say, John called. He said, meet at the mud bank.
Let's see. Did he ask about me?
No.
Such an asshole.
Fucking figures.
I'm sure he knows. Then he'll shrug and he says, do you know how to get there?
For sure, it's just this way. He starts pointing which way to go.
Okay. I almost forgot. He said also lots of guards coming this way. Okay.
Okay, so we should probably be real stealthy, like, yeah?
Right. And then he drops Saul and he goes on his like 4 paws.
All right. I'll lead the way.
You can see his tail, right?
Yeah.
You guys can both please give me a stealth roll. And
Okay.
I got a
in
16.
doing so, you guys have 3 patrols of blue coats that are going to try and spot you heading in your general direction. You can pick which one rolls for you.
Does Aslan have advantage because he's flying? So John is helping him?
I think he has a disadvantage because he's still wearing his armor, is he not? Unless he took it off.
No, he didn't put on his armor for this.
Yeah, he took that off last session.
Okay.
Hey, as long as
Okay,
the
he
flying
rolled a
is up.
12.
He said he's on all 4 paws. So which dice would you like? Would you like
The
one of the
red
gray
one.
boys? The red one? Yeah. New guy, you want to see if the untrained blue coats can spot you out? Please, can you both make stealth rolls?
Already have.
Rolled a 12.
16.
16
12
and
and
a 12.
16.
So 14 and
You guys, these guys are just
On
running.
average.
I think it was over there. And they just run like straight past you. You guys aren't even like stealthing. You guys are just sort of walking. They just run completely past behind you. Like, I think I saw it over there.
Freaking blue coats.
You guys.
You love to love him and love to hate him.
Yeah.
The other 3, as you're moving towards the mud bank, I rolled a d4. You don't know exactly how many patrols of blue coats you might encounter on the way there, but I'm also going to let you pick your dice. Would you like one of the gray ones, or would you like the dark gray one?
The gray ones are too well behaved. Give me the dark one.
You guys agree?
Fair. Yeah.
Please give me a stealth roll.
Oh God.
Everyone? Just yes or everyone?
Everyone, please.
Got it.
But yes, so you are wearing your armor. So unfortunately, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I'm getting disadvantage, guys. I'm gonna break down the average. Have fun.
Oh my god, mine doesn't help as well. It's a 7.
Finally.
Hey, what?
Holy shit! God damn.
What?
Your boy rolled a 20, a nat 20, and an 18, so he has a 19 in total.
That's amazing. Well played.
You can't take the average of your own. It's just an 18.
No, it's a plus 1.
It's a
I'm telling you,
Oh,
the
plus
rolls on the
1?
dice.
Nice.
It's an 18 plus 1. That's why it's a 19.
Yeah, John got a 13.
13?
Bro, that would be so dumb if you have disadvantage and you just take the average of your 2 rolls.
I know, right? So, you guys are marching your way past, and you see in the distance blue coats and a lamp. And they cast a shadow, and you hear them marching through the mud. You stop against the wall. Lula clanks against the wall, and you hear ching ching. As Lula's armor clanks, and her shield clanks against one of her weapons. And you stop.
Even I'd be.
And you stop, and it's quiet for a second. And then you hear the blue coats go, "Just keep your head down. If we don't go in that general direction, it's not our problem. Please, I don't want to fill in any paperwork, man. Just come on, keep your head down. Let's." And they walk in the opposite direction, seemingly from where the gunfire came from.
John's like,
Wow.
John says, "Good choice."
Frank pulls out his flask, just takes a sip, and just goes, "I guess sometimes it works in our favor that they're useless."
Holy
Yeah,
hell.
some of them at least.
The other two, you stealth down this alleyway, make your way down the main road that you know heads in the general direction of the mud bank. But as you do, you see a patrol of bluecoats, a full patrol of bluecoats, 4 of them, running headlong down the street. What are you going to do?
I think we'll try to slink back into the alleyway and wait for them to pass.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
I want to see if they're more actively looking for us, or are they like
Actively
the other
avoiding
ones?
you. They're actively trying not to look for people.
It seems that all of them have their weapons drawn and they're heading in the direction of the gunfire.
Okay, so towards us.
Indeed.
I'm gonna find I'm gonna reach down and grab a rock or something
Okay.
and toss it at another alleyway to lure them away.
Good old video
Okay,
game
then.
technique.
You gotta target a window or something.
Yeah, just have them look at the other just the other direction so we can move out of their path. You know what I mean?
I too have played the Harry Potter on Xbox games. I understand.
I too have played this level.
So, there are 2 of these well-trained grey dice left. My left or right? Would you like left or right, Saul?
It doesn't matter to me, man. Pick your favorite one.
You throw this rock, and it clanks into an alleyway across from you guys. And you hear, "I think I heard something over there. What do you think? Should we split up?" Man, what? Why would we split up? You guys seen all the tragedy plays? Splitting up is the first way to get yourself killed. So do we all go that way? And they stand there and argue amongst themselves for a good 30 seconds before eventually one of them says,
Slip away before we see the end of that.
"Yeah."
If you not see the tragedy plays. Oh, that's so great.
You guys make your way away from there. Unfortunately, as you're heading down the main road, you see the
Are they
mud
their
bank in
own
front.
D&D party, never splitting up the party?
Dude, the Patrol of Bluecoats is just their own D&D party.
Mm.
True.
We should all
Just have
roll
we should-
next.
We should just have an episode where we just follow one of the blue coats down patrols. It's the whole episode.
Watching them get on with their day.
Wow.
Eating donuts.
A day in the life of blue coats.
It'll be a good one shot.
We could do that, yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. You guys make your way down this main road, and just as you're about to cross one of the small bridges on the way to the mud bank, over the many small streams and flooded canals of this muddy swamp city, you notice that there are bluecoats standing on one of these other small bridges, looking up and down the canal.
Man, are these guys multiplying or what?
Someone must be funding them quite heavily. Wonder who's got all that gold. Says, peering from around a corner.
As you look from around the corner, look up and down, The other two, Saul and Aslan, arrive on the other end of this small little stream and notice the same two blue coats looking up and down the canal.
Do we notice each other?
Yeah.
I think at this point you would indeed. As John is
Sweet.
looking around the corner, he would see a certain fluffy, shaggy mane.
What do you see, John?
I see them. Are we near the mud bank? Is it within sight or no?
So from where you guys are, you know that you cross this canal, and it's on it's on the corner of this canal and one of the main thoroughfares, basically.
Okay.
Of this stream and one of the main roads.
So, upon seeing Aslan and Saul, John perks up from the alley corner, and then he says, "I see them. Come on, let's go meet them." And then he just walks out, and he begins walking towards the two blue coats on the bridge in between them. And then he gestures to the others behind them to come along.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Like it's pretty late right now, right?
About 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So Frank will look at John as they're walking and go, "Do you have enough cash on us to walk past these guys?"
John says, "Don't worry, I'll get us a discount." And then he begins to like stumble and stumble his way over to the blue coats drunkenly. He
Okay,
reaches
then.
into his coat, and his new magical bag is like hidden within his jacket, behind his jacket. So it just looks like he's sticking his hand in his jacket, and then he goes and he pulls out a near empty bottle of mezcal. He just has a little bit left over from the night before, or actually not the night before, the night before that. But
The other
anyways,
night.
yeah, the other night. So he stumbles over and he says,
Yeah.
"Good evening to you, blue coats."
They look at each other and they look at you. And they look at Frank. And they look at Lula.
Frank is also drinking.
And he says,
Go for
"Time
it.
to hit the sack."
We're into the mud bank, right?
Yeah. Can we go
Just let him
through?
pass.
Excuse us?
He looks at him. They look at each other. Do you want to fill in paperwork at this time in the morning? All right, get out of there then.
I think during this
Atta lads.
during this conversation, Aslan will try to sneak past blue coats into
Okay.
the mud bank.
I thought we were in the mud banks.
Oh, I
So
don't know.
You were,
You're also-
you're on the other side.
You guys are also on the other side of this little stream.
Wait, aren't they on the right side of the canal? Where's the mud banks? Since they're on the opposite side, or no?
That's what I was thinking.
No, what I meant is like the blue coats are in the middle. Here's the stream. You guys are on this side. They're on this side.
Yeah.
You both need to cross the stream, but one's on the left side of the blue coats, one's on the right side of the blue coats.
Okay.
that's
So,
what I
so
thought it
we're on
was.
the same side of the stream or the canal.
Yep. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
Okay, no, that's fine. But yeah, so John like gestures them over, and he stumbles by them, pretending to be drunk still.
Frank is drinking and along with him,
And
and
then-
we're starting to actually get drunk.
As he does that, as he does this, he like looks beyond, and then he begins waving over to Aslan and to Saul, and he's like, "What are you guys doing over there? Come on, hurry up! Stop making out!"
Frank starts to laugh at that comment.
As they're like hidden in an alleyway,
Wow.
not too far.
Yeah, I'll head that way, I guess.
Well, Aslan
Aslan was
already
trying
on
to
his
sneak.
way to sneak past, so like you caught him just like this, like Pink Panther caught red-handed. Like, oh, okay.
So
no, the music
as
is
you're
stopping.
trying to sneak past, the blue coats like look at each other and the one asks, "Are we gonna do something about that?" The guy looks at him. Really? And then they just stand there.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Stands there. He gives a big yawn, leans up against his rifle, and goes back to half sleeping on the butt.
John looks to Frank and he says, Jack, next time, party's at your place. As he says,
Hell
as they're
yeah!
like go into the mud bank.
Frank just raises his flask and just goes, "Hell yeah!" John can start to tell that Frank starts to become actually drunk throughout this interaction. He went a little bit overboard by selling it.
So once they finally walk through the doors of the mud bank, John finally relaxes and his both his head and his shoulders sag. He's like, "Oh my gosh, not my type of excitement. I think I need some mud."
You did.
Ugh.
You did great, John.
Thanks.
That was a genius plan. As he just pats you on the back, but it seems a little rougher than maybe intended.
wasn't really my plan. I just had to salvage whatever Saul was trying to do. You almost got yourself killed. Look like. What was that about?
Wait, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Aslan was flying me over.
Why not shoot it from afar or something? Were you trying to talk to it?
I was trying to get close enough to shoot at it.
Fair enough.
And frankly, I was hoping to get close enough to do what I did to one of them last time.
You're right. You're right. I'm just a little flustered right now. You were courageous, but damn.
Saul, are you okay? I saw you falling from a big height.
Yeah, Aslan caught me just in time.
Good job, big guy.
He's a real hero.
That he is.
Do you lot see which way it flew off to?
No, did you?
Over the river, I think. Isn't that right? It was over the river.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, I
To the north?
remember us seeing something, but I don't remember which way it actually was.
So when you say over the river, was it headed the direction we're headed now?
No,
Headed-
we're in the mud bank. We're not
you
headed-
noticed that it seemed to drop down towards the river.
Okay. You know, I shot that bastard about 4 times.
You didn't manage to kill him?
No, but he's probably bleeding all over the fucking place.
It should be easy to track then, right?
I mean, yeah.
He said he went to the river, though. How can we track his blood in the water?
Well, he descended towards the river, but I don't know. We could find a trail, maybe. I don't know. It's a long shot, but
No, you're right. Let's just have some drinks first, and then we can out a breather.
Yeah, before we have drinks, Lula wants to run over to Saul, give him the biggest hug she can. She thought she was gonna lose him, and after that, she wants to go over to Aslan and give him
Thank
the
you.
biggest hug, the biggest hug that she can, because Aslan saved his
Does
life.
she have tears in her eyes?
Oh.
And she's holding them back like. And after that, she also wants to give John also a hug as well. Like, thank you.
You're welcome, Lula. Anytime.
Frank is going to walk over to Saul and give him some tobacco and be like, "Yeah, I'm sure you could use some of this after that fun little ride you went on."
yeah, frankly, I'd prefer the whiskey, if you don't mind.
You could have both, man.
Well, thank you kindly.
Don't worry, guys. First round's on me.
Look,
You want some
Go ahead.
mud?
5, please.
Right.
And the milk.
He looks at you. Listen, right? We got mud, or we got mud.
Well, mud it is,
yeah,
I
but he-
guess.
Mud then.
do you have any water?
He like gives you like a sideways look, like that's a weird thing to ask. But he goes, "You want to drink that poison?"
Jesus.
I'm
Fair
sure
enough.
there's water in mud, right? I think.
It's a liquid.
All the food and liquid you need.
Me.
It's all your daily nutrients. And he slams the muds down on the table like gunk, 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 in these like mismatched jars and mugs.
Frank
So,
just throws it all back.
He grabs one and
It's
then
not bad.
Yeah, John grab ones and then he lifts a random cup. It's a tin can, and he says, "Hey, maybe I'll get my first chest hair." Then he goes to gulp down the
You should
freaking
put hair
protein
on your
shake
fucking
cocktail.
eyeballs.
Frank will try to sneakily use prestidigitation to make the other cups taste a little bit better, before, especially the one for Aslan as he hands it to Aslan and go, here. I'm sure this should be better than it's no milk, but I'm sure you can still enjoy it.
Down the hatch.
Thanks, Frank.
So as he make the hair upon your eyeballs comment, John like sputters into his cup mid drink. Maybe we should slow down on the mud.
So it's not actually that bad. It definitely tastes a bit alcoholic, but besides that, it tastes a little bit malty and actually a little bit like sweet and a little bit bitter, kind of like an IPA almost.
Ugh.
It's
And
thick
after
though,
the
right?
prestidigitation, it definitely tastes like one.
It's thick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
it's
imagining
thick.
it as thick.
The worst part about it is the texture. Yeah, it's like having a milkshake, kind of like
Oh,
a
God.
malty milkshake,
Oh,
malty
God.
alcoholic milkshake,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gross.
malty alcoholic chocolate milkshake.
Oh, shut up.
Stop, man! Stop, please. You're making me hungry.
I'm gonna be hungry. Oh, my God.
So
Oh, that's gross.
you all enjoy your mud. Is there anything else anybody would like to do for the evening?
Yeah, take a short rest.
Okay, Warlock. I think with that, let's cut to break, and we'll come back when the short rest is finished. We'll see everybody in 5 minutes.
All right, be right back.
And thank you for bearing with us during that break. Hello, this commercial break was sponsored by our patron. See, we are warlocks of the algorithm. So if you're watching this, go and give us a like and subscribe and follow us on social media. Because social media validation is the only thing that powers our evil powers. Anyway.
Pretty please.
Sorry, the mic is messed up apparently. Pretty please. Anyway, continuing on.
If you don't
Coffee finds us up at the bar, drinking deep on their mud out of coffee mugs and tin cans and all of the associated things. I'm being told I have issues with my mic. Give me 1 second to figure it out. So, what are you guys doing?
Lula's gonna be drinking that thick mud, and she's gonna try regale another story that she may have heard back in her younger days before falling asleep.
What's the story?
Yes, testing.
What's the story, Lula? What's the story then, Lula? Would you please like to tell us?
Now, there's a phenomenon, as people always know about, that when you're trying to wake up from a particular wonderful bit of sleep, and you just can't, there's a little creature that comes around to make sure you wake up just in the nick of time. And that little creature is called the Wake Up Fairy.
Really?
I swear to God, I've seen this Wake Up Fairy in real life.
Really? What's it look like?
I've seen plenty of fairies in my day, but not a wake-up fairy.
Oh, Wake Up Fairy, let me tell you, it looks like a little lady with a pink tutu and pink hair and blue eyes. Swear to God, I've seen her. I've seen her with my very own eyes.
Must have been up close. She was this big.
What?
Must have been up close. She was this big and got that much. You could see the color of her eyes.
It was very close. I've only seen her
You talked
once
to
in
her?
my entire life. I've been trying to find her since.
I like it. Tell us more.
How long ago was this, Lula?
Ooh, I was around about 9 years old, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it reminds me of there's something similar like that called the sleeping hag that just helps you stay asleep. And the more guilt and the more darkness you have in you, it crawls, the heavier it is when it crawls onto your chest and crouches there looking in your eyes and you can't move.
Boy, you guys had some fucked up parents, huh? Goodness sake.
No, that's real. That's a fucked up parent was. No, that is real. I done seen it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. You know when you saw this?
Why did you tell us that? I didn't need to.
Three nights ago. 3 months ago? What? Where were we? You were about 3 bedrolls over, I think. How did I not notice this? This incarnation. You were asleep. You gotta wake up fast enough to see it. Oh yeah, and I'm not very good at
that's not happening with Frank.
I don't know about you guys. I'm not a morning person. Well, you're luckier for it. I'll have you know.
Yeah, you're more of an all-night person.
John, shut up, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give your secrets away.
We don't talk about those. We don't talk about those nights, John. No. I'm really interested. What happened?
Yeah. John chuckles at this, and then he takes a small drink of mud, and he gags a little bit, and then he takes another sip. But yeah, I guess an hour goes by, and we just chit chat and take it easy until after a little while, John looks towards the. Is there a window? Can we see the outside at all?
No. The bar area where you guys currently are is actually underground.
Okay.
If we look around, what kind of people do we see? At the bar, there are not only the seediest, shadiest sorts. You notice that there are some half-orcs sitting around making loud jokes and rambunctiously arm wrestling. There's a table of a couple of dwarves, gnomes, humans that seem to be doing some sort of shady deal and speaking in odd phrases none of you understand. Donnie sitting in the corner with a hooded individual and a human woman with bright red hair. Can I try to overhear what they're talking about? You can try. Okay. No peaceful. Sorry. They are not peaceful in the bar. As you look around, what you do notice is an armadillo man who seems to be sweeping up, which appears to be a futile task on the literal clay floor. But he seems to be sweeping dust into a small pan, and he has a little apron around his waist.
What time is it? Is it sunlight yet? If so, that means the curfew's up, and we can go look into the blood trail while it's still fresh. If there is one.
Our hobo friend is Travis, right?
Trent.
Trent. Oh yeah, sorry. Trent is also passed out at the end of the bar with what looks like a trail of mud from an empty cup, from a cup that was knocked over, like completely underneath his face, and his face is just buried in the mud on one side. Right. But it seems the barman took the cup away, cleaned the cup, but didn't want to clean underneath him because he didn't want it. Didn't look like he had enough money for a room anyway. So I'm gonna go up to Trent. I'm gonna sit next to him. I'm gonna try to wake him up. I'm gonna poke him. He glares at you, looks around like all suspiciously, and then he lowers himself back down to the bar. Yeah, Trent, you mentioned you were a hunter in the past. I'm a hunter. What about it? If we found a blood trail, would you be able to follow it? I follow a trail in my sleep. You know, I can't lie. All right, Trent, never mind. Here. Never mind, you got a trail? find it first, but I reckon I could find it. I'll find it with my eyes closed. Okay, you just saying this, or could you actually do it? Because I need to know. Are you challenging me, boy? All right, Trent, let's start. If you think you can do it, then we'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I can get it done. But first, we need a little nap. It's better on the bottom. And about a second later, yeah. And as he breathes out, his nose just makes little bubbles in the mud that his face is in. Saul's gonna get back to the guys. He's gonna say, I don't think he can do it. So did you overhear anything of the people that were with Donnie?
He said he can
roll, sorry.
just get him
I
a coffee.
didn't get your roll. It's because you didn't tell me what to roll for. I said roll up either investigation or perception. Oh, okay. We'll roll an investigation. You're trying to listen and you're trying to get what they're up to. I rolled a 9. 9? 9. What you hear is Donnie going. Frank got him down, so he's having trouble. What you do here is Donnie going, "Hi, Sheila." Seems to be saying that word a lot. You're not sure what it means. Does anybody, you guys know what Sheila means? I think it's a common name for a woman, probably. So you think that woman is named Sheila? He points at was it a redhead? You can ask her.
So does Frank have a flask in his hand?
Frank is holding the cup. He's been drinking from the cup. His flask is in his pocket.
Okay, heard that. John's gonna snatch the cup out of his hands, sloshing out mud or whiskey. Whatever it is he's drinking, he says.
He looks confused look on Frank's face. He sees a redhead though. He's like, "What?"
John says, "Come on, Frank. Let's stay focused. We got to get down to business and follow that blood trail."
She looks like a helpful person. It's Donnie, bro. You remember Donnie?
I'm sure.
All those nice knives.
I'm sure she is, but you need to sober up or drink some coffee or whatever it is you got to do to wake the hell up. I know we didn't sleep well last night, but we need to follow this trail while it's still fresh. Come on, get your head in the game.
You heard the bartender? There's mud, and there's mud.
You have a point, so maybe it's time to go. Come on.
Is Trent still asleep? Trent is.
So Saul, you gonna have Trent track for us? He said he'll do it, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but he said he wanted a nap first, and frankly, he did just let slip that he's colorblind, and I don't.
He's drunk. You can't listen to him. Wake him up.
All right. I don't think colorblind and drunk go so well when it comes to tracking.
Well,
I'm not being an expert. He's gonna shake him awake.
He's a veteran hunter. He hasn't failed us yet.
Trent looks at you, picking up his face. Mud is just dripping down his chin. What do you want? Can Frank have brought got some more cups of mud and brought it over to the table with Donnie and Sheila? In a second, let's finish the conversation with Trent. Okay, cool. So you say to Trent, it's time to go. Trent looks at you, goes, I ain't had too much to drink. I'm fine. Yeah, I know. It's time to go, though. We're gonna hunt, remember? Go? Oh, you wanna go hunting? What are we hunting? Flying squid people. He looks at you. Are you drunk? Last night you were saying you could hunt anything. Well, there you go. Okay. You ever tracked a duck? No. No, I have to they fly. You hunted ducks before? Yeah. Successfully? How many ducks have you caught? Well, more than you since you ain't ever hunted him, huh? It's not what I asked. Trent. How many ducks have you caught? How's the old poppy? The hell does that mean? What the hell do you mean? I'm trying to remember this, guys. I'm gonna pay you your gold down. I think you should just lay low here. Right, you want to go hunting? I just don't think you have it in you to put down flying squid people. You want to tell me how many ducks?
Let the man do his thing. Let him at least try. He can't be any worse than us.
He stands up, knocking over the bar stool. You know, the guy behind the bar goes, "Boy, control your mate." And Trick goes, "I'll tell you this." And then he looks around the bar, sort of questioning me.
We're all looking at him.
Yeah, Frank's not there. Oh, why are you looking at me?
Are we going or not? Frank, are you coming? If not, we're leaving you here.
Okay, let's go.
All right. John turns and begins walking towards the exit.
In the meantime, Frank has taken 4 months over to the table. I mean, how many people are there? There's Donnie and a hooded figure and this red-headed woman. Brings over 4 months. One for everybody. And he's prestidigitated them beforehand, so they taste a little bit extra nice.
Yeah, some cinnamon flavor.
And it's about the same color and texture as cinnamon spice latte, so works out. Sure. Goody goes, "Hello, mate. Hello, little mate. Hey, man, I got you guys some drinks. Look, how you guys doing?" And then after he puts the drinks down, he extends a hand and towards the woman and says, "My name's Frank. How you doing?" The woman and the hooded figure look at you. The hooded figure crosses his arms, sits back, pulls his face down, and the woman very politely puts her hand out and goes, "Hello, Mr. Whitestone." You can see a lot of confusion on Frank's face. He's like, "You know my name? Donnie, I'm famous." Donnie looks confused as well. She goes, "Well, sugar, we met before." I'm sitting there drunk to remember what happened. Well, I don't think you need to regard yourself on that. Anyway, thank you so much for your drink. I think you should let us finish our business here. And maybe we'll be in touch. Well, okay then. I hope you enjoy the drink. It's my own special recipe. And he raises a glass to cheers everybody. I'm sure it'll be quite lovely. She doesn't touch the glass, neither does the man. Donnie takes it and gives you a cheers. Frank is going to stand there and wait for them to cheers him. They both cheers and neither takes it. Okay. All right then. You guys have yourself a good day. And he goes and follows the rest outside. Okay then. The rest of you follow as Ben's drunk and we slammed him down the street. I thought we were going in this direction. He starts walking in the opposite direction of where you guys fired the shots. Okay, hold on.
In order to fix that, Lulu would like to grab Trent by both shoulders and guide him with the group so that he doesn't fucking wander off.
Okay. And John yells to Frank, "Frank, you coming or what?" You finish the drink? I finish the drink and I'm coming. And he tries to walk over there, but he doesn't seem in the best shape. He's wobbly. But he follows them.
Goodness, Frank, how much whiskey did you have? He says, trying to help steady him as he walks past him.
You could see Frank is like completely non-responsive to the help, and he's just like, not enough. That's what I'm saying. And he continues on. As you guys make your way outside, it's not dawn yet, but you do notice that the faint glow of dawn is upon the horizon, and the sky is starting to turn light. As you crack your way out of the mud bank and start walking down, you notice that two figures standing on the bridge sort of look over at you, look at each other, and they go, "Same what?" Hey, don't mind us. Good morning, dumbasses. Leads Trent along. And he starts leading you guys in the opposite direction of where the bullets were fired, towards the edge of the swamp. Guys, oh, you goddammit. Trent, God, would have knocked you out. Didn't we have to go that way? Yes, you're right. Fucking Trent, follow us. Dear God.
Saul, take us to where you think the creature went.
Yeah, sure. Sure. They retreat all over the river, if I remember correctly. Right? If you get lost, follow Saul. If you don't, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, that's a little hostile.
It's a little extreme. Let's try the carrot before the stick, alright, Lula?
Fair enough. If you don't follow, I'll be very sad.
That's better.
This is little freak. What? I didn't hear either of you. No, not both of you are silent. Okay, great. That was my bad. The hiccup was part of the thing, but anyway, I took it long. So what were you saying? Yeah, he commented that he thinks this whole idea is ill-advised, but presses on anyway. So I really want to ill. You lead him back to the same opening. You encounter a patrol of bluecoats, but at this point they sort of just look at you and sort of wave you along. Keep going, you know. Early hours of the morning, dawn starts to break, and as light breaks over, you find your way back to this opening. I'm going to say that Trent is like sort of looking around drunk, and then he sits down and falls asleep against the post. You guys are going to need to at least locate the start of where you think some blood would have fallen or something like that. You need to give him something to go off of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the initial area.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We're trying to find at least a little bit of blood so that Trent can follow the blood. You know, we're not trying to be like, all right, find the blood. Of course, it's gonna be like.
I'm assuming Saul would lead us to the place where he was originally shot the creature, and then go from there to see if we can find any blood splattered. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming as well. But you guys don't initially notice the blood splatter just like arriving in this place. It's not like it's obvious and clear, you know. Yeah, no, it's gonna be like we're going to have to take like 30 minutes, like just looking. Like I'm probably gonna have to scramble on rooftops. Yeah, like various things.
Yeah.
So Frank is gonna sit down and soak her up. Yeah. It's with Trent is sleeping up against the post.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna need your eyes for this, probably.
Yeah, we seat Frank and Trent together. They can nap together on the bench, like two drunk friends.
That might not be such a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm
Both wake up naked.
I will accept survival or investigation, one of each.
What about
you
perception?
guys can choose who makes those rolls. Or perception, yeah. So one survival, one investigation, one perception. You guys can choose who makes those rolls. I'll do the investigation. I'll do survival. Sounds good. Okay. Please proceed. But in a conversation, like you just said, you're sitting down, so I don't think you should be allowed to be fair. I think one of the others should have to take this one. That's right, guys. So perception check.
I'm not good at any of that.
That's good. 30-20, beautiful. 5 rounds, man. No, John.
Wait, did I roll survival?
Can I do a con save to see if I sober up? That's fair.
Wait for the con save then.
Yeah, I will.
17. Yeah, I feel good about that. Yeah, you can sober up. You sit there for a moment and sort of.
Yeah, you see, it's all kind of like
I think
let's try something different, and we don't seem to get too far at least yet.
Yeah, I think Saul probably finds like one of his shell casings glinting in the sunlight or something. So he knows he's close and open up. It takes a second, but the first person to notice something is actually Aslan. And what Aslan notices is the area that he first put his feet down. From the area that he first put his feet down, he sort of looks back to where he swooped, and he's like, that's the building that I nearly hit. I nearly smashed into that one, you know? And then from that, he sort of walks down. Yeah, okay, real close. He walks towards that building. Saul notices this, recognizing the building that he himself nearly landed on. Walks to that, and as dawn breaks over the horizon and the sun is finally in the sky, one little glint of copper on a rifle on a bullet casing. That's Saul notices, and he goes towards this, looking around. Frank, would you like to give you an investigation check? Yes. How's a 25 sound? Oh, yeah, baby. Beautiful. Coming together. So, a second later, a semi-sober Frank stumbles up. And what you notice is very faint, but on the wall, just a splatter. It's not red. It seems to be a deep, dark purple. Found something. Oh. Yes, I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, we will gather around. I guess at this point we might get Trent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get
And
Trent.
Luna's gonna.
At this point, Trent is sleeping like this.
Great.
Why are you hitting so hard?
Those are love taps, my friend. Look, we found something. We need your eyes.
Stop. Yeah, Saul's gonna be mad.
We need your eyes, and we need to track it.
He's gonna point up for the track. With the purple blood, he's just, first off, what color is that, do you reckon?
One of us.
Orange? Okay, so, like a bright orange?
The man's colorblind. Why are you asking him?
Maybe it's green or something else. What? Maybe it's green. It's black, and you notice it real well. He looks at you and goes, I can track better than you with one eye closed in the dark. Alright, Trent, that's fine. You do that then. I saw it flying that way. I need you to find more blood spatters like this one. And we need to follow the trail.
Yeah.
You know, don't let me tell you how to do your job, alright?
What
is it this one?
we need is for you to show us where it went. Please.
Did I find it? Yeah, you found it.
Just let him do his thing, guys.
You can see Frank getting really excited, like a little bit excited. That's like the fact that he found it. so he looks at this thing and he tilts his head sideways and like picks his eyeball. What you shoot it with? He takes that. He comes over to the rifle sticking up from his back. He turns around in the opposite direction, and when you notice the blood splatter, he looks up in the sky. Tries his finger, sticking it in the air. So he looks around. What direction did it go? Saul once again points the direction that he saw it going before descending into the river. He nods his head vigorously. All right. And then he walks down the street to like the corner, and he turns to you and like waves you guys over.
Alright, we follow him wherever he leads us at this point.
Yeah, waves you guys over, and then he sort of looks down the road and points. And what you guys notice is on one of these long, mucky roads in the thing, there's all these houses made of thatch, and there's some various garbage in the streets. But something that you see is a very clear trail, almost straight down the road towards the docks at the end of the river. And he goes, yeah. Back there. Well, get back in there.
Oh, we would follow it, yeah.
Don't tell us about it, just do it. You guys follow him, and it's the trail, to be fair, isn't as clear as he said it was. You guys try to follow along, and Trent is clearly a skilled individual. I also happen to roll a 17.
That always helps.
But that you use the word really nice for that one, huh? You know it. You think so? I do know it. I told you it was the all the hit one. So he makes his way down the street. But what you guys do notice that amongst the piles of muck and the various buildings that are made of wood with some of them have thatch roofs, some of them have clay roofs, some of them have roofs that seem to be grown over with vines and leaves to keep the water out. And he leads you down this trail that, well, you guys thought you saw the creature sort of dart out of the sky. All of you saw the creature sort of dart out of the sky after all them fell. John, you would have seen it off the thing. Lulu would have seen it climbing over. Frank would have seen it from the ground. The other two would have seen it just after they had fallen. And as they were falling, but this trail is windy, and the blood splatters across the road, and Trent leads you to the river. And then he walks backwards from the river about 30, 40 feet, and he looks around, and he points at some mud. He picks the mud up, and he shows it to you. Is it pink? Is it big?
John lifts his eyes, looking at it.
That looks like mud, Trent. And Frank kind of looks at the others to see if they agree with him. Yeah, it's mud. Why are you asking that?
John says, it doesn't look pink to me. What does pink look like to you?
He looks at you and goes, the sky is blue. What does blue look like to you, boy?
Like water?
Water?
Yeah. Well,
what color is the ocean? What color is the river?
All right, actually, let's move on. I think we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, this is not necessary.
But I'm sorry I said anything, Trent. I'm sorry.
Trent sort of waves in indignation for a second and seems to wave as if the wind is blowing on him, and then stops, holds himself for a second. He goes,
so what now?
You don't go to the river. It doesn't.
Where's it going?
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, where's it going? He points to. You guys are sort of at a T-junction. If you go down the T, so you're at the T-junction like that, right? You've walked up the T. If you go to the right, you go towards the river. You go towards the left, you go deeper into the south end of the mud bank, and the mud side. It seems that the blood splatter has continued along this road towards the river, almost directly straight, but you'd expect it to either go diagonally or right, or something to continue towards the river, or even straight down the road. It seems to end slightly before the T. What was that last part? It seems to end where the T of the T junction is. It seems to end just before the T.
Okay,
so
and that's where we are.
Into the road yet.
And that's where we are.
And that's where you guys currently are, yeah. Trent walked down he took the right, he walked to the river, looked around, came back, walked to the side, he did a circle around. He was staying here. Can I pull Azula and look if there's any tree branches broken around? I'm just gonna say, where you guys are, this is how I'm gonna describe it, right? There is a T-junction, there are the muddy roads that you're very used to now in Delta City. There are the same houses that you've seen built upon stilts and some upon stone foundations. There is a small stream that runs towards the... I messed up, sorry, it's the left-hand side. No, it's the right-hand side, my bad. There's a small stream that runs towards the river, coming down the left-hand side, and down the road down the right-hand side, and down the road that you guys are on, with little, crosses, like little crossing over points on that stream, right, that heads towards the river. Now that it's dawn, there are people starting to come out, get on with their daily chores, sweeping their houses, things like that. You're still very clearly in the mud dumps. There's a lot of messy areas, but what Trent has clearly said to you is that, he was following these tracks over the bridges, over people's houses, along this road pretty clearly, and it ends right here before the thing. There's mud around you on the roads. The road is like muck. The same roads that you guys have been dealing with. There's the stream. There's houses. There's the small bridges that go over the stream. There's trash and some broken carts. Some discarded materials. It's not exactly a natural environment.
Right.
The only nature you can see around you sort of are the creeping vines on people's houses. So when you say broken tree branches, sorry, I just got into a lot of detail there, but I thought I best set the scene so that you guys can
Fair enough.
use the information as best as you can. So the last... Okay.
I was gonna say John's.
I haven't really said too much.
Yeah, John, go ahead, and he swipes his arm and he says, "I think we should spread out, look for where this creature might be hiding. Maybe like a big abandoned house or something. I don't know, an old mausoleum, something where an evil thing would be. That's all I can think of. You got any suggestions, Saul?"
The last blood droplets that we saw, were they thicker or thinner? You need to yourself somehow.
Yeah.
Good attention. Sorry, my bad. Good attention to detail. They do indeed seem to be thicker. Okay. So, is it possible it took flight again? That's kind of what I was wondering. Is maybe it flew straight up, and that's why there's more blood there. Or it could be possible that these blood splatters are less spread out. They're more in a closer area. So it seems it might have even got closer to the ground. Okay. I reckon he's too injured to fly. Well, I don't know how much Saul did to him. Well, I did shoot it 4 times. I don't reckon anyone would look too good after getting shot 4 times. We do split up. Yeah, we should canvass the area, right? Ask around, see if there's anybody who hasn't left their house, maybe, or for signs of break-in. How would you guys like to see? We can go in initiative order if that makes it easier. Otherwise, you can just tell me what you guys want to do. Tell me what's up. Let me just do a general perception roll, see if there's anything out of place.
Yeah. I guess John would look for a good hiding spot for this creature, somewhere where it could hide that people probably won't be going in on the regular. Maybe an abandoned structure or a crypt or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything he would think.
I rolled a 17 on a perception check, just looking for open windows, doors ajar, anything like that.
Maybe an empty water tower.
Sorry?
Maybe
what did you say?
A big empty water tower or something. I don't know. Anything of that sort, where the creature could hide it in the daytime, in plain sight.
Okay. Did you make your roll already, John? Because I don't know what your number is.
What did I roll? Investigation.
And Investigation, yeah. I think that's the most reasonable, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shucks, that's a 9.
Saul. 9?
Yeah.
You don't notice anything. Saul, what you do notice is on the small little stream, it seems that some of the bridges have been moved, and the mud seems to be shifted as if something was dragged here at some point. You don't notice any blood initially there, but it is strange that this watery little sluggery place would have, so much particular movement around it, considering the rest of the city, most people seem to be trying to avoid the stream, whereas this place actually directly next to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a closer look at the water and the you say bridge is just like
It's literally like floorboards, like put across this little stream so that people can walk across it for their daily lives.
yeah. I'm gonna look underneath there, but if I have to move it around, I will.
Just give me an investigation roll. John, what was your investigation? 9?
Yeah.
You start looking, and you notice that the mud has a strange pattern in it. It's almost as if there was cartwheels rolling along. You notice 2 very distinct furrows in the ground. And with these 2 very distinct furrows in the ground, you notice that they're almost like a train track, lines running across them. And you follow this, and you follow this, and this is definitely so strange, this definitely can't be normal. And then you look up, and it's a pile of broken barrels.
Oh wow. John will try and sift through that, looking for clues. I imagine there's nothing useful there.
You seem to
I'll have a 15 in that investigation, which I'm very excited for.
That is exactly the DC that I'd set for this. You notice something a little bit strange about this part of water. The stream seems to flow downwards for some reason, as if it's like draining in small areas. So the stream flows towards the river, of course, but what you notice is little bits of like the icky foam, that white brown foam on top of the river.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the exact meaning of Mungu, but anyway. That's the down the river and circles in little circles.
Okay.
Almost as if something is draining the water in that area.
Yeah, he's gonna pull. He's gonna turn around John nearby, and he's gonna pat him on the shoulder and point that out.
What are those? Look like some kind of whirlpool thingies. That normal?
No, it ain't normal, especially in the city. It's not supposed to have any plumbing.
Huh. So, who's gonna go for a dip?
Aslan runs and dives into the water.
Look at it. Aslan, you run, jump, dive first into the whirlpool. The stream is about 2-3 feet deep. You dive head first into muck and some stones and some garbage, including some wood and nails. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah. So as he goes to as he runs by, John opens his mouth to say something and lifts a finger, but then it's too late. He's already in the air at that point.
Holy! It's Nat 20.
Oh!
Nat 20? Yeah. Dude, I said something in my head, and I was like, if he gets to Nat 20, I'll give it to them straight away. Aslan jumps and dives directly into this thing, and his head cracks. First he feels mud and some stones, and then he feels a wooden plank. And then with the force of his thing, he cracks straight through this wooden plank and splatters through what seems to be a little trap door up against the side of this thing, which he is now broken into and breaks into a tunnel. Water starts flooding into this tunnel. Aslan is now lying perpendicular inside this semi-muddy, semi-wooden tunnel, which is now flooding with water. You guys see his little feet just feeling. That's all that he's not dug himself.
John, I think he found it.
What, the bottom of the river?
Luna goes over to get the lion out of there. And Saul's going to turn to look again on his feet. While they're dealing with this, and he's going to hand a small satchel of gold to Trent. About 20 gold pieces.
Trent sort of looks at you.
Is that enough to get him to the ranch?
We're not sending him to the ranch.
Why not? He'd be a perfect fit.
I don't know about that.
He could help feed the people there with his hunting skills.
So you reckon that has my hunting skill, huh? And he points at the lion with like you're not tugging on the back of his legs.
Look, we only succeeded in this because of him. You guys didn't even believe in him before. Maybe you should believe in him now.
He's like, John, and he goes, "You tell him, boy."
I just don't want him to get killed. He almost got killed the other day. I don't want to get killed, that's all.
Yeah, but
And also, John, it's not the hunting. It's more yeah.
You can give me a strength check whenever you want to make it there. Like,
I'm thinking, Trent, you just head on back to the mud bar. We'll collect you later. I wanted to pay you. I reckon it's overdue.
he looks out at the gold. He goes, "Well, I did. You want to find me there?" And he like puts the gold in his pocket. And he starts like stumbling off.
yeah, he's like, time
He's
to
getting a rush to spend his newfound money.
Very nice.
However, at this point, the sun has fully risen into the sky. Anybody who has not had a long rest in the last 24 hours, so since the last one that you guys had, please give me a Constitution saving throw. I think isn't it? Perfect. I think that's anyway.
No, we rested like in the previous afternoon.
Not long ago.
But well, it was like as a mid-24.
I believe that some people rested in the pit. Yeah, I don't remember who took a rest in the pit. And it definitely wasn't you, Saul. That's the one that I do remember.
Wait, was it me or wasn't me?
It wasn't you.
It was.
But I don't think everyone took a long rest when you guys made your way to the little trench thing.
Okay, so
No, I definitely took my rest because I was getting all those disadvantages, and I was like, I gotta fix that. And I was like,
Yeah, but that was before that. Was it?
no, he rested in the
I'm
pit.
thinking about it now.
I think we
I was under the impression that everyone went along.
before we went out, right? Yeah, you guys rested before you went out.
Yeah,
And yeah. But I'm talking since then. That was the last long rest in my recorded memory. That was last night.
yeah, but it's still in the
Since
morning of the next day, right?
Yeah, but it's the morning of the next day. You guys have now gone like a whole day without sleeping overnight.
Well, we woke up. When we woke up, it was like evening, right? So it was like 8 p.m. We woke up 8 p.m. and then now it's like 12 hours later.
Yeah, maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but I have a note here about making you guys sleep.
Because
I'm checking if you guys sleep. I don't remember sleep, but I do have a note.
I believe you might be.
Yeah, no,
We rested in the foxhole, and then once
we
it turned dark, we went to Delta City. We did the whole stakeout thing, and then now it's the previous morning.
Yeah. That's what I thought. You guys rested after the ambush, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you're right. I'm wrong. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Then everybody's rested.
Alright, Luna managed to roll a natural 20 to get out of that little hole he got himself.
Oh,
we were
shit.
like tugs and
Hold on,
tugs and
guys.
tugs.
Fuck.
And then
I
And like feeling where he is, realizes he just needs to like pull his arms in, and as he pulls his arms in, Luna just like and pulls him out of the mud with splatting over everyone else.
Hold on, guys. I gotta fix the audio thing.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll be able to hear it. It'll just sound bad again. Pardon me.
Yeah, no problem.
I like listened to it. I thought it sounded like not terribly.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, you're able to make out what people are saying. But sorry about this.
Alright! Woo! Got a kitty cat out of that hole! Now what?
You have to do it with such vigor, Lula, as Frank gets the mud off of his clothes.
Whoa. Thanks, Lula.
Okay. Let me redo that.
Okay, we're
I'm gonna
good to go.
peer into the.
No problem, the Aslan. Ha! Woo!
I want to peer into the hole that Aslan made and just get a better idea. Is that something we're going to be able to transverse through?
You peer down the hole. It appears to be a 5-foot tunnel. It's more of a crawl space than it is a hole. The only one who could walk down there would be Frank. And what you notice right now is that Aslan has kind of just made a big hole in the side, in like the bank of the stream. And more than anything, there's just water sort of just rushing into this hole. Like, you guys have ever seen those strange videos where there's like sinkholes or whatever? And like, it's exactly what it looks like.
I don't think
Frank, you reckon you could just jury rig something to keep the water from flooding the tunnel?
How much water is it?
The small stream, right?
It's the whole small stream seems to be running into it at this point. What was a little bit of like twirl before is now just.
Wasn't there some stuff around, like some broken barrels or something, or
Yeah.
can I just like position them in a way that I built like an old dam all around the entrance.
It's on the side, so yeah, you can build like a semicircle dam. It looks somewhat like a fish trap.
Yeah.
Give me your tool proficiency check if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. That is if I remember
Does he have some
Intelligence
advantage or
and-
something since it's tech related?
Yeah, I think it's +9 in total if I remember correctly.
Int plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah, my
It was a
proficiency
little- it was
modifier for my thing is double.
Double?
It's one of the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like 4 or 6 now. Plus.
yeah, so 6
9.
plus the 3 of the so it's 9. So it
Nice,
is
man. Take that +9.
Hey.
12 in total. More than 3.
It takes you a good 20 minutes, but you're able to stop the flooding eventually. It's not perfectly dry, but it's no longer having water rush in. What you notice
Frank's
now is that
swearing
the
a little
tunnel
bit
is
that he
like,
doesn't get any help. Yeah, go on.
you want to say some of the swearing that he's saying to his teammates
It's
for not helping
like,
him?
he's like, oh, why do I have to do this all by myself? God, useless. Boonk, boonk. Like, he's just making it into the thing.
Well, you're the expert,
Frank.
Uh-huh.
This is the finest dam I've ever seen. Look at him go.
It's not my finest work, but it'll have to do.
Are we really going in there? Yeah.
We're gonna
The
have
bottom of it is flooded with at least, half a foot of water at this point. And it looks dank, dark, and a little bit sludgy.
So is this tunnel, is it going 2 separate directions?
No. What you seem to notice is from where this undercurrent is, this tunnel cuts straight towards the edge of the road.
Who wants to go first?
Maybe Aslan.
I
You
do.
can see the best. No, you can't see in the
Yeah,
dark.
probably
Lula.
best night. Yeah, look, I just pulled Aslan out of there on a high, but it is a good idea to let Aslan go first.
Why don't we just use
Okay.
lights, guys? We have,
I do got my lantern.
and I
Yeah,
still
that'll be
have my glowy sticks.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
you're right. So do I. Holy shit.
But maybe we should just hold off on the light. That way, they won't know we're coming.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure
Unless we have to.
Aslan's entrance was loud enough for them to hear us coming, John.
Maybe.
You
Maybe
know,
not.
we have no
At the
idea.
entrance.
We have no idea how big those tunnels go, how deep they go.
I'll have the lantern out ready to go if it comes to it. But yeah, I agree. We should have Aslan lead. Just shout or something if you see something coming our way. I'll turn on the lantern.
You see
and,
something, say something.
That's right.
All right.
You ready, Aslan?
Yes. And
Alright.
he begins his
So-
crawling through the tunnel.
So I guess Aslan can go like 15 feet ahead, and we'll will be 15 feet behind him in a little Indian line.
Frank's just at the back, just calmly walking and drinking some from his flask.
Lucky bastard.
What Aslan notices as he crawls 15 feet is that the tunnel seems to widen somewhat, from 5 to about 7 to about. No, actually, 5 feet is probably about, like its diameter, and then it'll go, its radius, its diameter, and then it'll go to like maybe 6 feet, then maybe 7 feet, but it's still pretty tight. Water seems to drip from the ceiling. About half a foot of water in the bottom turns to about a foot of water as you crawl your way through. It's a tight fit for you as a barbarian and as a big lad in general. You crawl 15 feet ahead. The rest of them decide to follow you. And eventually, you hear water pouring in front of you. As if the tunnel ends. But you see no light. In the dim light, you just see this tunnel seem to continue. How would you like to proceed?
You okay there, Luna?
Oh, that came through. Sorry. Yeah, I'm good.
No, I didn't hear it, but I just saw it. This is like,
Oh,
like.
We just keep going straight, right? I mean,
Yeah, but are you
I guess
proceeding
it's okay.
cautiously? Are you proceeding?
Yeah, we will try and
Tell me what
stealth
you're
down.
yeah, we're
Guys. Aslan is leading you. I believe it is
Oh.
up to him.
You're right.
Okay.
You know what?
enough.
You're
I
right.
was wondering.
15 feet ahead, might I add.
Getting into specifics now.
But
We're still
you said
crawling at this point, right?
You are still
What is-
crawling on your hands and knees. There's about a
Some of
7
you
foot
are.
diameter to this little tunnel. Some of you are, yeah. It's tight, and it's still dank and compact, and the walls seem to be muddy and made of like wood things to hold it up, wood beams to hold it up.
Okay.
You vaguely hear water pouring in front of you, but that's the only thing.
Okay. Then I would say at this point, he just continues crawling forward.
You continue crawling
As
forward as
we
if nothing
crawl-
happened.
as we crawl, you guys can hear John muttering to himself, "We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die."
Hey, Debbie Downer, shut up!
Go slightly
I'm
to the left,
coping here, okay?
hearing John behind him whispering, "We're not going to die, we're not going to die, we're not going to die." And then finally you see what seems like a small, dark opening in front of you. You approach closer, I assume, and try and look through, right?
Sure.
And as you look through this small little opening, what you see appears to be a flooded basement. Seemingly small, empty room, half collapsed in on itself. One of the corner beams seems to have shifted, not into the room, but to the side, meaning half of the ceiling and one of the walls is slightly leaning in. The floor, including the waterfall that comes from the general direction that you guys have been crawling down, seems to be filling with water slowly. A constant trickle coming from your general direction as you slosh towards it and slosh to look over and around. The only things you notice in this room seem to be the support beams on the walls and on the ceiling, all shifted, all rotted. And the way the walls seem to seep. Everything is wet. Everything is dank. It smells like mold. It feels cold. It's colder than the outside, significantly colder than the outside.
Are there any signs of the creature?
In the dim light, nothing that Aslan can see.
And that's the end of the tunnel? goes into
Yeah,
the room.
it's just this rectangular room. Yeah.
Then he'll drop down, but with cat's grace, so he doesn't make too much sound.
Splash. Do you want to roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Let's see how quietly you can splush into the water unpleasantly, knowing cats don't like water.
So 19.
Yeah, right.
19? Meow. Meow. Aslan, almost silently, just a little bit of a bloop as his feet go into the water. And what you notice immediately is that the ground is wet. Feels like it's moving.
Moving how? Just like the current of the water or something?
You're not sure. But the more you try and put weight on it, the more and more your weight seems to shift and slide as if it's slippery rocks. But as you try and like claw onto the rocks, it seems that every time you make a grasp, the grasp just moves out from underneath you.
Aslan will say, don't jump. Not too loud, but loud enough that the second person behind him could hear it.
Who's the second
Saul.
person behind him?
Yeah, we should probably have an order.
Saul will poke his head out
Saul.
with the lantern and then turn it on so I get a good look at what's going on in here.
You poke your head out through the small hole and you notice Aslan struggling to find his footing. And as you turn on the lamp, you notice something very off-putting. You see the same half-collapsed walls. You see the same beam structures, now illuminated, muddy and dank. The walls seem to drip with a strange, translucent lilac goop. The
Disgusting.
floor is filled with a swampy, murky, disgusting water. What you do notice, the tentacles crawling underneath it.
Oh, God.
So much. Lieutenant was just like, I'm gonna check out. I can't
Yeah,
deal
right.
with this. Nah, I'm good.
The tentacles and was out. The tentacle? Nah.
Nah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck
Fuck
this shit, I'm out.
shit, I'm out. Na-na-na-na-na.
What size are these tentacles? Are they
Lula, was that too much for you? I think
Yeah, I guess so.
it's just South Africa's internet, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's just a internet service provider. Anyway, was that too much for you? I just said what I said. You just dropped the call. You're like, nah, I'm good. Bye.
Actually,
Okay, see you.
I blame Discord because whatever. I guess so.
Discord decided Lula had enough.
And finally, what you notice as as you look down to where Aslan's feet are churning in the water, you notice that around him the water seems to be slightly spinning, and as he's churning and trying to find his footing, tentacles are reaching out. Small at first, a finger at the tip, and then it reaches to the grip of an arm. And then you notice that at least 3 or 4 of these tentacles are reaching out, some climbing Aslan's legs. Aslan, you feel a slimy, mucus-covered tentacle slide up your leg, and another one reach for your arm. And finally, as if all at once, as Saul takes the final grasp to look at all of it, they reach out. One grabs your arm, one grabs your left arm, another one crawls up your leg, grabbing around your thigh. And with that, I think we should end the session.
okay?
All right. Let's get climax.
Or
Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you everybody so much for being here. Don't forget to support us by feeding our patron with eldritch powers. With your likes and
Hell
comments
yeah.
and subscribes. Thank you so much, everybody. Kyle, don't forget to flash the thumbnail.
Sounds good.
You said
give
to
us
remind
your-
you, yeah?
Yeah, give us your brain juice.
Give us your brain juice.
Brains.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being there.
All right, till next
Until
week.
next week.
Bye-bye.